Aries, hello there, cutie patootie. Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is not going to resonate for all Aries and Aries placements. If it does, however, resonate for you, do feel free to like and even subscribe to the channel if you're digging the vibe around here. This is a love reading for those of you who have subscribed, liked, shared, donated, commented, subscribed. Did I say that already? Booked personal readings. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate every single one of you, and I'm fully in gratitude and fully aware that I am absolutely nothing without viewers. That is the reality of a YouTube, right? Who is a YouTuber without viewers? Nobody. So I love you so much. Let's get going on your love life. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy. Let's get at your love life, my sweet little Aries pies. Aries pies? What's that? See, the Four of Wands. I'm taking it. In your energy. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles in your person's energy. Did I say that if you need to know anything about me, you can find it in my website, linked in the description box below or in the About section of my channel? Moving right along. Four of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Four of Wands is you. Eight of Pentacles is your person. Eight of Wands. I feel weird about this. 8-8. I like that. That might mean something for you. The Eight of Wands means clarity, communication. It means the successful conclusion to a confusing situation, and it means quick success as well. Yowza trouser. You got like a little, what do you call those things? Soulmate. You got a little soulmate on your hands. Look at this. The Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, I'm just kidding. I do feel like there was some, we've all been through some shit, bro. And it's like, walking into a connection that's wildly wonderful, like I can feel this one is, it does come from a space of really having to learn your own worth. And I feel like the Five of Pentacles is right before you're learning that you are actually in the driver's seat of your life, and choosing things that, maybe our ego is tempting us with or seducing us with, does leave us feeling this sort of out in the cold, feeling down and alone and wondering why the same thing keeps happening over. I'm getting like a cycle, which is weird. I don't really see any cards that necessarily represent a cycle, but I'm getting this like that this has happened many times as we've kept doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And the same cycle has gone on and on and on, and we always end up here at the end of the night wondering where everybody is, why we still feel so alone. That's all ending here because you're actually closing out this cycle. I can feel that with the Four of Wands in your energy. That is the end of a phase, okay? So the cycle is ending because you're choosing with your spirit instead of with your ego. Again, we've been taught to choose with our ego, so it is having to break a cycle of control that has been going on since the beginning of time. I was just watching Anne with an E. What a good movie, show, by the way. And it just was like, wow, it is impressive to see how far we have come from how controlled everyone was and how unable people were to feel emotion, to emote, to be happy, to, oh my goodness, we've come so far, Aries. I love you so much. I don't know why I feel like talking about this. I do feel like you're coming into a space of, I just feel like good collaborations in every part of your life. That's in love, that's in friendship, that's in business. You're going to have good collaborations because you're coming from an authentic space from your spirit. Again, after having been left out in the cold several times and realizing, you know what? If I maybe just choose differently, then I won't be out in the cold at the end of the night anymore, okay? I do feel like the Knight of Cups is signifying that whatever you're coming into is going to be that kind of wine you, dine you type of relationship. Because you're not accepting any less anymore. Because you've ended that cycle of where we take terrible treatment. We feel loyal to people that aren't loyal to us. Absolutely not. The only person you need to be loyal to is you, and when you are, you attract all the things meant for you and true fulfillment and satisfaction. So, true fulfillment and satisfaction. I got it. Oh, I hate when I do that. Feels all demanding. But the Six of Cups, one of my favorite cards in this whole entire, what the fuck was that? I was gonna try to turn it around like a double turnaround. What the hell? The Six of Cups, it's your overarching energy too. It's just so sweet. Look at that sweet little kid. Here, honey, you want a flower? A cup full of flour, a cup full of love. The point of this whole card is that we're giving and receiving only that true, deep, authentic connection. The Six of Cups to me means connection, like true connection, genuine connection. This is about, no, not just chemistry. This is about the Creator offering you that one the once in a lifetime kind of love, the kind that, your status doesn't matter, their status doesn't matter. The true connection is there, so nothing can stop it, nothing can break it. Of course, if both people have done the healing that was needed, because even coming into this Six of Cups connection, if people are not healed. However, I really do think that what it's saying is that right now you are healed. That's why it's your overarching energy that you guys have made it through the phase of the cycle that we are breaking. Breaking cycles. That's what 2020 has been all about, is we're breaking cycles all over the place. Cycles, control, old belief systems, old patterns, old thought patterns. And that's what, wow, this is deep. The Four of Wands is the minor arcana version of the World card, so it really does mean a successful completion. There's lots of success and completion going on. The Eight of Pentacles, I love, is about somebody who's willing to put in that work with you, somebody who is, because of their ability and willingness to put in the work, not only on themselves, but on this connection and anything they come into. They're not the kind of sit idly by and hope everything fucking happens for them. This is somebody who's willing to get their hands dirty, and they, because of this, everything they come into is going to be successful, okay? Including this relationship, but anything you all pursue together as well. The Eight of Wands, success, quick success. It's like there's success all over this place. All over this joint. Are you single? I'm just kidding, Aries. I just feel like the sun shines on the bottom of the deck right now. I love it. The Page of Cups wanted to pop out there. I love it. Lots of love. The Ace of Wands wanted to pop out. Wow, you guys. For real. There's some serious, like, passionate new beginnings coming in. I feel like you've been through a tough cycle. That's what I'm getting, is that you've been through a tough cycle and it's your time to shine. That's what I'm getting right now. Let's get more. Two of Pentacles. Trying to choose your way out of the oh, mother effer. Okay, this is pretty simple for me. As a reader, this is a pretty simple scenario as far as I'm concerned, is you've been through something that broke your heart. We saw the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, I think, in there, or Five of Wands, Five of Swords it was. So basically what it's telling me is that you've been through some heartbreaks, some things that have broken your heart. What I like to think of the moon as, and please, I believe as a tarot card reader, we have a very serious job, and it is to interpret the cards in our own, with our own gifts, with our own connection to the creator. And for me, the moon card is about taking that long, dark road to following your intuition. It's about following your intuition or your spirit, as I said earlier, instead of your ego, while you don't get to see the outcome, where everything with the ego, you can see the outcome because it's right there, and you didn't have to move very far to get it. But guess what? That outcome is ever changing. It's never long lasting. It's never fulfilling, okay? Anything that's offered by the ego. Now, the moon card to me is about you following your intuition towards things that your spirit is calling you to. Now, it might seem dark. It might seem lonely. You might even be afraid. Like, am I making the right choice here? This doesn't seem like the practical decision. This seems a little crazy. I feel like I'm using my emotions to make decisions here, which I think we should all do. I am a Cancerian, so of course I believe that, right? But I think that we've been listening to our brain and our ego for far too long, and I think that's where the lack of love in the world is coming from, okay? So this is about you're walking away from things that broke your heart, people that break your heart, a person that broke your heart, following your intuition to things that your intuition is on point. If we all just listened to what we're being downloaded, the thoughts that come through us, the whole world would be healed in an easy place, right? But we're all getting there. We're all like... 2020 was eyes wide open, right? It's perfect vision. We're able to see now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. I've never heard that song sound like that before. But that's what I'm going to link in the description box below for you, because that's what I'm feeling right now, is that you can see clearly now, even though you think you can't. It's like, no, just because you can't see the outcome, you hear your intuition is calling you towards something. And again, anything your intuition calls you towards, you don't get to see the outcome till you get to it. You just have to have faith. And that's what the moon calls us to do, is have faith. Listen, your method wasn't working. The cycles weren't breaking because you kept choosing things that you could see the outcome of. Things that seemed like the practical choice. Things that, well, this is what I've been told that I'm supposed to do. But why does it keep hurting me so bad? Why is it not fulfilling me? Because you have your intuition telling you what to do that is completely different from what society has told you. Again, following your intuition is never going to lead to hurting yourself or anyone else ever. It may be scary because we have been taught that we need a practical plan, when oftentimes in this moon period, we don't have a practical plan nor any idea of where we're going to end up. We're just feeling called to it, and we have to have a faith. If we have a faith in the Creator and the divine, we know the divine isn't going to call us to anything that is not going to fulfill us. And that's in every area of your life. You just have to know that when you follow your intuition, the divine will make sure you're taking care of whatever that be. Your bills will be paid, your mouth will be fed, and you will be more fulfilled than you've ever been. Although it's not an easy road necessarily. It is always going to be supported by God or the universe or the Creator. But it is going to call you to be diligent about continuing forward towards your intuition. Again, there's going to be many moments. This Two of Pentacles is meaning this for me right now, where you're like, you know what, fuck this. I've been walking on this dusty road for far too long, and I still haven't any results. I want you to do me a favor and never stop yourself from following your dreams. Okay, I'm not asking you to follow mine. I want you to follow whatever you're being called to fearlessly. Never stop yourself until you run out of means. Okay, so if you run completely dry on means, or a way of continuing to follow your dreams, then fine, turn around, go back. But if you continually have what it takes to get through, this is my rule in my following my dreams. If there's ever a moment where I can't feed my children, I'm going to stop and go back to the 9 to 5. So far that hasn't happened. It's been almost a year, okay? I just want you to follow your dreams. I want you to know that you're going to be supported by the universe. Wow. Sorry, I got a little dramatic there, Aries. This is going to be a really long reading, but I love you so much, and I feel this power, and I think I felt it last week. Whatever it is you're being called to, just note, you're being called to something big. The universe doesn't give me this sort of energy, and how I was just talking to you like I was your mother. Sorry about that, by the way. I hate doing that. Unless the universe is trying desperately for you to get to see your own power, okay? And that's the only job I have here, is like, you've got all the answers inside of you. Your intuition has been screaming your name. But again, what society has taught you has been saying, no, but that doesn't make sense. All right, the Creator says it doesn't need to make sense. It needs to make you fulfilled and happy. And if what the cycles that you've been in part of have been breaking your heart, it's time to try a different method. And the Creator says, follow your intuition. That's the new method. That's the only method that will ever truly lead to true happiness and fulfillment. Your person has 8-8. Look at 8-8-8. That might mean something for you. I don't usually catch on to stuff like that, so I'm just saying that might mean something in your world. It does mean I just feel like shifts, huge change going on within your life, within this relationship. So they have the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, the Hermit card that I think we saw in there. Could be dealing with a Virgo, a Pisces. And they have the 9 of Pentacles as well. I do feel like you're not in connection with this person yet, or they at least are feeling very independent and single on their own. I feel like they need to come into this space, period. And I feel like they've done some introspection with the Hermit card, really trying to figure out what feeds their soul. What I'm telling you, listen to their intuition. Both of you have right in the same spot about a card about listening to your intuition or your spirit over what the world has told you, over what the external noise has told you you need to do in order to fit in. To the societal norm, to status quo, whatever it is. Listening to your spirit will likely always go against status quo. Doesn't have to be wildly against it. It doesn't have to be against it at all. It can totally fit in as well. But traditionally speaking, it's something about it, like the fact that you don't know where your next check is coming from. And we love to have that type of security or type of, again, I'm being like downloaded viciously. Follow your spirit until it leads you into a black hole that you can't get out of, right? No, you can get out of it. It's like, it's saying continuously follow your spirit. If you ever run into a spot where your spirit or the divine isn't supporting you, turn around and go back to your old ways, the egotistical ways, the things that we were told we had to do, societal norms, right? It's saying you're never going to get to that point because they will always support you, period. Again, your person is coming into this sort of independent space. I feel like they might have started their own business. I don't know if you even have them in your sights, but I feel like this has been pressuring on them. This is how they come into a space. I love the Queen of Pentacles that just popped out when I was shuffling. It really does mean that they're finding their place in this world, firmly rooted in it, and anything that they pursue that is their own calling, not what people told them to go towards, will actually have a bottomless bucket of resources, endless resources, provided by the universe, the Creator, the divine, because that is actually, we've all been afraid to follow that calling of ours because there's no promise. The promise is there. We just have to have a faith. And if we can't have a faith that the promise is there by the divine, That's what draws people to working 9 to 5s and working way too hard for way too little. That's what, so your person, I think, has ventured out on their own. Again, whether you're in connection with them or not, but I do feel like they're worried about it, overthinking things. They'll get there. The divine has all of this, believe it or not. Even all of that. I am going to take that because the 8 of Pentacles, again, the 9 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. I feel like both of you have been through some shit. You're off to calmer shores, following your intuition, which is not only going to lead you to each other, this true soulmate connection, it's going to lead you to all the things that are meant for you. I like to tell people, once we can unbury our spirit from our ego, like we've buried our spirit with egotistical things over the entirety of our lifetime. Wow, the words are not coming out very clearly. I hope it makes sense. So once we start to unbury our spirit with all that shit that we were told, all those expectations the world put on us, we can start to hear our spirit more clearly. Off to calmer shores, quick success. The 9 of Wands means you've been through some fucking things, but you're persevering. You're willing to go against the grain. This means to me, this final push where the Creator has brought you to a space where it's like, so maybe you've, been following this moon period for some time now and you're like, I don't have any results though. So Melissa, what you're telling me isn't right. The Creator says you might not have any results yet. The results are coming, but this is how, I like to tell people, we don't, if it was easy to get to our blessings, to our abundance, we'd all be abundant. We'd all be blessed. But it does take perseverance, dedication, integrity, some things that we are way too uncommon these days, right? But it's saying here that if you persevere, that you're moving yourself through this sort of chaos in order to get to the success, all the blessings. I just see blessings being thrown at you because you persevered. You made it through. You worked your ass off. You did not sit idly by. So your outcome is success after a battle. If there isn't success after a battle and hard work I've ever seen, but this 8 of Wands is the quickest and most successful card as far as I'm concerned in the entire deck. Doesn't mean abundance by any means. I think this does. I think that the 8 of Pentacles being here is saying that your hard work and dedication, your integrity and your perseverance is going to pay off in the form of financial gain, as well as true happiness and fulfillment, like priceless. If you don't even give a shit, if you're at true happiness and fulfillment, truly, who cares about finances? Nobody. But you're going to have that too, because that's just what comes to somebody who has done what they were, taken the righteous path. Okay? Sorry. This is a very deep reading. I love you guys so much. I do feel like I get a little preachy. Again, the messages that come through me are messages that come through me. I myself have to sit down and listen to the messages that come through me. Try to diligently follow, my own spirit. I have followed my ego for many, many years. I'm not above anyone. I have chosen the shortcut for the longevity of my life. Whatever. Until recently, a year. I've been sober for a year, and it was the scariest decision I made. And again, not once since I've made this decision has the Creator failed me. I've always been able to feed my children and pay my bills and do the things I need to do. Again, this is all I've been doing for the last 8 months. And again, when the Creator is calling you to something and you listen, the Creator says, I will always make sure you're taken care of. It's not always going to be, you're not going to be driving a Lamborghini, but you're going to be fed until you get to that point of getting your Lamborghini. You're going to get to that point. You just have to be diligent about getting there and continuously be integral. I love you. Axe, breakup, separations, stop the pattern. Oh, this is beautiful. Silent treatment and abandonment. Okay, so this is from whoever you're walking away from. It might be a person. It might just be your old way of believing and thinking. But it does say here, breaking the pattern or stop the pattern. There's been a pattern in your life where you've continuously done what you've been told was the right thing to do. And you're like, well, I'm doing what I was told was the right thing to do. That's the problem with most human beings. And it's not our problem. It's that we've been taught we're not good people if we don't do that. But what the Creator is asking me to relate to everyone is that, no, that's never been what we were supposed to do. We were actually supposed to follow what was being downloaded through us, whatever dreams we had inside of us. Again, they don't come with a practical plan, but the Creator will never leave you lacking, okay? And it may take a while to get to your destination, but that destination will never go away once you get there. Again, When you follow your egotistical callings, whatever your ego is tempting you to or seducing you to, those are going to fade immediately, and you're going to be back in that cycle of feeling left out, alone, and whatever, out in the cold. But when you follow your spirit, it might take some serious perseverance to get there. When you get there, that is yours for the rest of time, okay? Wow. I love you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.